Hello my dear students, how are you? I'm back with another lesson on the story, The Selfish Giant. Children, so far we have solved the exercises which are given at the end of the story in your book. Today we are going to write the answers to the question which are given under the title Read and Answer. So quickly grab your notebook, pencil and eraser. So dear children, are you ready to write? Okay, so let's start the work by writing the date and day at the top left corner of your notebook. So quickly write down today's date and day. Now we will write the lesson number and the title of the story at the top of the page. So, lesson number is 11 and the title of the story is The Selfish Giant. So children, what are we going to do today? Yes, we are going to write down the answers for Read and Answer. So give the title Read and Answer. So, are you all set to write question answer? Okay, let's begin with first question. It says, complete these sentences about the giant and his garden. A part says, the giant was the owner of a dash. Children, in the beginning of the story, we have read that the giant lived in a huge castle which had a garden in it. So, the giant was the owner of a huge castle and a beautiful garden. So, quickly note it down. Let's do B part now. It says, the giant became very angry when. Now students, if you remember, we have read that when the giant returned back from his friend's house and saw the children playing in the garden, he became angry, right? So, the answer to this part is, the giant became very angry when he saw the children playing in his garden. So quickly note it down. C part is, the giant built a dash and put up dash. Now students, tell me, what did the giant do when he became angry? Yes, he had built a high wall around the garden, and also he had put up a notice board which said, "Trespassers will be prosecuted." And this is the answer to C part. So let's write down. The giant built a high wall all around the garden and put up a notice board. Children, I hope all of you have done question 1. Now it's time to do question 2. And it says, how did the giant react on seeing children play in his garden? So children, let's go back to the story. What is giant doing in this picture? Yes, in this picture he has returned from his friend's house. And when he saw the children playing in his garden, he got angry. And then he built a wall all around the garden. And then he put up a notice board which said, "Trespassers will be prosecuted." And students, your answer lie in all these 4 pictures. So now let's write down the answer to the question. The giant got angry, so he built a wall around his garden. He also put up a notice board. So write it down. The third question is, what did the notice put up by the selfish giant say? Now students, for this answer, you may refer to this picture. Can you see the notice board in this picture? Yes. What does it say? Yes, it says trespassers will be prosecuted. And look at it. Selfish giant is holding this notice board, isn't it? Yes. So this is the answer for the question. So let's write down. The notice put up by the selfish giant said, trespassers will be prosecuted. Children, kindly take care of the comma and the inverted comma while writing. Now, the last question, that is question 4 of read and answer says, who lived in the giant's castle when spring visited the whole country? Students, for the answer, just look at this picture. What can you see in this picture? Yes, you can see that the spring has visited the country. Now, you can compare it with the picture of selfish giant's garden. What can you see in that? Students, you can see that whole garden is covered with snow and frost. Isn't it? Yes. And this is the answer to 4th question. So let's write down. Snow and frost lived in the giant's garden when spring visited the whole country. Children, let's now do an activity. Can you look at the picture and guess what activity are we going to do today? Yes, we are going to solve a crossword puzzle. So let's start. It says, solve the crossword puzzle using the given hints. Now you are given with a crossword puzzle and hints under it. Now you have to read the hints and solve this puzzle. So let's start solving a cross first. Number 1, it says, it painted all the trees white. Now students, you can see that the word which is going to come here starts with F, isn't it? And which word in the story have you read which has painted the trees white and starts with F? Yes, it's frost. Very nice. Now look at 3, third number. It says, the giant was invited by his dash. So children, who invited giant? His mother? No. His father? Okay, no. Then who invited giant? Yes, he was invited by his friend. Very good. So let's start writing. What is the spelling of friend? Well done, children. I know all of you know the spelling. So F is already written for you. We will write rest of the letters. So quickly write down. Well done. Now look at number 4. The flowers dash in the beautiful garden. So now you can see that letter L comes in this word, isn't it? And we have read a word in the story which were referring something related to the flowers. What can be the word? Think of it. Yes, it was bloomed. Very good. So what is the spelling of bloomed? Okay, let's start writing. B, L is already written for you. O, M, again E is written for you. D. So the spelling of bloomed is B-L-O-O-M-E-D. Bloomed. Well done, children. We have solved across. Now we will solve down. Now let's read first part. The giant grew old and dash. Now do you remember the giant grew old and? Yes, he grew old and feeble. Very good. Do you remember the meaning of feeble? Yes, it means weak. And what are the spellings for feeble? Yes, the spellings are F-E-E-B-L-E. Now, F and last E is already given for you. You will fill rest of the letters. So quickly do it. Now let's do second part. It says the giant was dash. So students, what was the nature of the giant? Was he honest? Was he humble? What kind of giant he was? Yes, he was a selfish giant. So, you know the spellings of selfish, isn't it? Yes. So, quickly write down selfish. S-E-L-F-I-S-H. Very good. Now, let's do part 5. The giant built a high dash around the garden. What did the giant build? Yes, he built a wall. So, what is the spelling of wall? W-A-L-L. Well done. I hope you all had fun in solving this crossword puzzle.